played against, and they've played against us. Not a whole lot of secrets between any of us. We've lined up on Thursday nights and Friday nights for several years now, looking for tricking their teams. We knew it could go to a 10 team, and that didn't happen. You know, if they would have pushed GP and Flower Bluff up north, but they dropped them south like we expected. We're in the 16 district, got us a great non-district schedule. We're ready to go. You know, I mean, I know August is a long way away, it seems like, but it'll be here before we know it, man. So, you know, I hate missing the athletic period this morning, boy. I don't know that in 32 years I've missed one or two, and only because of meetings, and I hate missing them. I know our boys were working. We were in the weight room this morning, and, you know, we're gearing up, man, for what's going to be a really challenging schedule.
So it's a 6-team district. Is it what you expected, or
Yes.
any curves?
No, that's the 6 that we expected. We knew if GP and Flower Bluff dropped down south that they would probably go to the east side, and we'd end up with Roma, the 2 Sherrylands, and the 2 PSJs, and that's exactly what happened. So, you know, we looked at it, we got it. You know, we had some games scheduled with the east side 6As that we had to see if games. They were in a 16 district, so it worked out. Those games were able to hold, and, you know, hey, here we sit, man. We got our schedule done, and we're ready to rock and roll.
The district right above you, 15, the 15 district, District 15 5A, Porter, Flower Bluff, Ed Couch,
Right.
GP, Mercedes, Valley View. What were your thoughts on that?
That's what we expected. We knew that was coming. If the UIL split us into 2 and dropped Flower Bluff and GP down here, we knew it was going to be tough. What do I think about that? I think it leads to a tough first-round game in the playoffs. That's what I think. You could be the district champ in our district and be playing an outstanding football team that's a 4 seed out of that district. A first-round game is going to be tough for any of the 4 teams in our district. I don't care if you're first, second, third, or fourth. That first-round playoff game is going to be a tough one. That's what I think about that. The other thing I saw is we thought Liberty Hill would be out of the region. I expected them to be out of the region, and they stuck Liberty Hill back in District 13, which is in our region. So, you know, driving over here, I felt like there wasn't a big, bad bear, you know, that we couldn't handle come playoffs. Somebody that just physically was too talented for us, and we were out of it. We didn't see that. You know, Liberty Hill could be the big bad bear. Those guys are an outstanding football team, obviously with their state championships and their playoff runs. But you know, we're in a tough district. The district next to us is a tough district. The other 2 up top, you got the San Antonio schools are all together, and then the Liberty Hill, Alamo Heights, which was a 3rd-round team last year. You know, Kerrville Tivey's back in their locker. So, you know, that the District 13 is going to be a good one as well. But I think Districts 15 and 16 out of the Valley are going to stack up just as good as anybody else.
Anything else stand out to you, maybe, you know, outside of your district?
I ain't looked at too much of it yet, Kev. By the time we got that, now I will. When I get back to the office today, I'll be taking a look at it statewide, you know, and see what's happening. But this morning has all been about us and our placement and what we've got going moving forward. So, you know, that's like I said, that's taken care of. I am interested in what all is going on, especially at the Valley schools in the Coastal Bend area and Laredo. But all across the state, man, see what happens, see what shook out, and, you know, see where everybody's at, see who's happy, see who's not.
Definitely. Coach David Gilpin of the Mission Veterans Patriots. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Kev. Appreciate it, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, big man.
Tapes and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Izzy Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back. We're joined by Beto Leal of the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. Coach, how's it going?
It's going great, man. We got everything settled in. We got our 5 non-district games, our scrimmages, so everything worked out good.
So you guys got everything accomplished? Because I know getting the non-district is the hard part.
Yeah, well, you see, my first year doing this as a head coach, we had some guys back out at the last minute and stuff like that. But the 5 teams that we spoke to earlier in the year, you know, we all kept our word and stuff like that. So it was a little bit easier.
You guys in 32-6A, not too much of a change-up, though. You do lose Harlingen South and Donna North.
Yeah, that's it. And everybody else stays the same. It's still going to be one of the toughest districts in the valley, if not the toughest.
8 teams, 6 teams, 4 teams. You guys have kind of, or not 4 teams, but 8 and 6. It's been fluctuating over these last few realignments. Is there much of a difference between 8 and 6?
No, because we still got the big dogs in there, man. It's a 6 team, man, but you know we got some big dogs in there, and it's gonna still be a tough one. So, you know, we're still gonna work and stuff like that and get ready for it.
And how's your non-district schedule looking?
We're gonna start off with La Jolla, and then after La Jolla, we got Edinburgh North. We got some Ed Couch Elsa, and then after Ed Couch, we will have Harlingen South. So, you know, even though Harlingen South dropped down, doesn't matter. It's Harlingen South.
Right.
So
right.
we're still going to play them week 4, and then week 5 we're going to shut out with Economides. Then get a little break, a little bye action, and then we'll start district.
You know, not too much of a shakeup in 32-6A, but I mean, I'm still going to ask: is it just exactly what you thought it would be?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you know, Coach Gilbert Leal, you know, he fair warned us and stuff like that, and said, "Hey, look, we're thinking it's 6, 6, and 6, so make sure you have all 5." And so, you know, Gilbert had a good idea. So, you know, we scheduled Econ week 5 just in case, and, you know, we just kept the word.
I'm going to try and get Carlos Udesti on here in just a bit. Coach, I was, you know, as a Brownsville guy, yeah. What's up? You had Pace, Brownsville veterans, and Lopez. They all sticking together. Porter is in a different district.
Yeah, he's got to go to Corpus twice. I feel bad for Carlos.
But we're gonna get him on here in a bit. But I'm like, hey man, like, you're gonna break up the Brownsvilles like that? Like, wait a second.
Yeah, I don't know how happy Carlos is.
Yeah, I'm real curious to see his reaction. But what are your thoughts on that, Coach? I mean, that shocked me.
Well, my thing is, man, driving over there, driving back, and stuff like that. And then you don't know how the weather is. You know, this year we went and played Weslaco. We get to Weslaco and we rained out, and then we had to drive back.
Right.
And then to drive back over there, if that happens in Corpus, not good, not good. So
before we let you go, how's the Juice doing?
Hey, Juice is doing good. He's right here, man.
Put the camera on the Juice. Put the camera on the Juice. Let's go, Juice. Wave.
What's
there he
going
is.
on, Juice?
The best mustache in 32-6A and in the region. The best mustache right there. Hugo Ramirez, seek and destroy, baby. It's always fun. It's always fun with these guys.
He keeps us entertained and and keeps everybody going there at work, and it's a good atmosphere there at Rivera High School. So
Absolutely.
we enjoy it.
Absolutely.
We really do. You know.
Coach Leal, thanks for joining us.
Hey, it was a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
You have
We'll
a good
talk
one,
soon.
brother.
All right, we'll see you.
Late.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Coach Carlos Udesti of the Brownsville Porter Cowboys. I was just talking with Beto Leal here about Brownsville Porter.
Yeah.
No, hey, Coach. Of all the curves, you know, we got thrown a couple of them here in this last hour, Coach.
Yes.
15 5A D2, Valley View, Mercedes, Gregory Portland, Ed Couch, Flower Bluff, and yourself.
Correct. Crazy.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, surprised by it. A pleasant surprise. We've been in 3 straight 10-team districts prior to this. So, you know, It was from a gauntlet to a shorter season for us. We're excited about it. It's a little different for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little hectic running around trying to find teams to schedule for their non-district, but definitely excited to change it up for us and a little different for our kids. I'm sure they're going to be excited when I give them the news. If they don't already know it. But just looking forward to the new district and ready to work.
Yeah, you go from it's a great point. You go from a 10 team to a 6 team. You know, obviously with Beto Leal, we were just talking like, coach, is there that big a difference between 8 and 6? But 10 down to 6, and this is the problem that we were telling people is that when there's that big a jump, you're now scrambling for games.
Correct.
And then by the time you know it, they're all gone. Or so talk about that.
Even right now, there's some teams looking for games, and it's crazy because we're situated in the pit of Texas, right, and down south. So you gotta get out of the valley if you want to find games this late. I know, talking to Abel, Coach Gonzalez over at Gruya, he's looking for a Week 7 game, and that's crazy for him. He's got a 4-team district over there. So for us, I had planned for 3 non-district games, sorry. And it got a little hectic here when we saw what we had, and we ran around trying to find teams to figure out and fill in those 2 open spots. But we were able to do it within Valley, which was great for us. We don't really want to travel. We're going to be going to the Corpus area maybe twice. So we don't want to get out here too much. I was able to stay in the Valley, which I'm happy for.
Can you share your non-district?
Yeah. Week 1, we got Coach Gonzalez over at Gruya. We got Gruya Week 1. We have PSJ Memorial Week 2. Donner North Week 3. Week 4, I have PSJ Southwest. And Week 5, we got Roma. Okay. In the lip of the valley, right?
Right there.
So, I mean, we were able to stay in the valley for those 5 non-district. And then we're going to work out our district schedule right now and see where we land.
You know, for me, what stood out was one that, you know, the Flower Bluffs GP coming into this district, because we kind of anticipated that someone, we were going to mesh.
History shows that they've opted up the last realignment. They were both 5A Division II numbers prior, and they opted up. So that's kind of why I wasn't too worried about scheduling 5 non-districts, even though some polls showed that we might have a 6-team district. I just didn't believe that was going to happen. And but, you know, I'm happy UIL gave us 2 districts down here. That doesn't happen very often either. So we're excited about that. I think coaches across the valley that are in our division, 5A Division II, we're happy to have the opportunity to present, have more than 4 teams represent the Valley in the playoffs. So that's good for us.
So for me, one was what I just said, GP and Flower Bluff joining you guys and just crosshairs there.
Correct.
The second thing was that you guys are the lone Brownsville.
Yeah.
So it's like goodbye to Pace, goodbye to Porter, goodbye to Lopez. They're all still together, but it's like you guys are like the stepchild now. You guys are in a different district.
You know what? We're happy about that. We're
really
very happy. Yeah, we're excited about that. That's why when I read off my non-district, as you saw, no Brownsville teams. You know, we decided since we're the smallest team in Brownsville, it'd be good for us to venture out. And this is a great time to do it. Given the opportunity with our district, I think the kids and the coaches and just the communities, they'd be excited about seeing different teams for one. You know, we're so used to playing each other, and nothing wrong with that. Our sister schools, but at the same time, for 2 years to have the opportunity to get outside of Brownsville and compete, I think it's exciting for the school, for the community, and for everybody involved.
Get a new taste.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy for it.
Okay, cool.
Because
I was like, man,
no, not at all, man.
Not
at all. I'm excited about it, and I'm happy for it. Yeah, definitely.
Good. Coach Carlos Udesti of the Brownsville Porter Cowboys. Coach, good luck in the season. Safe travels, and we're going to be joined by Gilbert Leal.
Awesome.
Coming up.
Thank you very much.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Josh.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Coach Gilbert Leal, the head man over at BISD. Coach, hectic morning, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. It's always it's exciting. Exciting to be able to find out the lives and futures of all our high schools in the Rio Grande Valley for the next 2 years.
So, you know, we're going to start off with the New Look district, and that was, let's see, where are we? Brownsville Porter, we know, like you mentioned, dropped down. They're going to be on their own. They're going to be with Flower Bluff, Ed Couch, Gregory Portland, Mercedes, Valley View. What was your reaction to that? Was it something that you anticipated, or?
No, actually, I was actually anticipating us having a 9-team district in the Rio Grande Valley for 5-2. I was surprised that we were going to sneak up to the Corpus area, but I guess they needed a spot to be able to place those Corpus teams. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good for Mercedes and Ed Couch and Porter to be able to get on the road and play some Corpus schools. And if you look at it, the positive on all that is that your first round games in the playoffs, you're coming back to the Valley.
And Porter, like Coach Udesti mentioned, that it's a jump from they went from a 10-team district these last few years to now they're down to a 6A.
It's a great opportunity.
16,
really,
sorry.
if you look at all the Valley districts across the board from 6A down, the UIL was very generous this year. We have all our teams have lots of non-district games to be able to prepare, and that's going to help us. It's going to help our kids. It hurt the Rio Grande Valley 2 years ago not having sub-varsity athletics, and we're still trying to recover from that. And so now it gives all the coaches in the Valley a chance to get their teams up and test some different combinations and stuff and get a good product ready before district starts.
Hannah, Rivera, no surprise there. Same old, 32 6A.
16 districts, so that's going to be nice. Again, that's one of the toughest districts has always been in the Rio Grande Valley. So 32 6A's got some monsters, but to take that down to 6 teams now, so you got 5 district games. Each of those games puts a premium on those Friday night light games because each game is going to make the difference on whether you're going to make the move to the next level or not.
Then you're looking at 16 5A D1, and this is where it gets interesting, and you're going to get fired up for this because you have Brownsville Lopez, Pace, Brownsville Veterans, Donna North, Harlingen South, Weslaco East. Of the districts that got shaken up, that's probably one of the top ones that people say, hey, look at that. You got East, South, BVM, Pace. So talk about that one.
That was the one that was the them being in the middle, that's the one that was going to be the icebreaker with 18 possible teams that we were looking at coming in. We didn't know if we're going to get the Laredo ISD schools down with us to give us 9-team districts, 2 9-team districts. I didn't anticipate that being such a small district. So again, it's a great opportunity for all those schools, only having 6 district games now. So, and it's a positive for everybody in that district.
Fired up because Harlingen South, Brownsville Veterans, Harlingen South, Weslaco East, Brownsville Veterans, Weslaco East, Donna, they're on the upswing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just on a competitive level, 1, it's going to be excellent. And then 2, I mean, you get to still keep the 3 Brownsvilles together.
Great coaches, like you said. Coach Gonzalez at Harlingen South did a great job, and they're going to be ready to reload for year 2. Coach Borghett's always done a great job at Weslaco East, and they're a perennial power no matter what division they're in, 6A or 5A. And then, the emergence of Coach Lee in his first year of a very young team. So there's going to be some great games in that division also.
The district right above you, that's also another shakeup that, we all – well, I talked to Coach Campbell. I told him, I was honest with him. I woke up this morning, I'm like, I didn't know if Vela was going to be in 6A or 5A or not. They're now in 5A. PSJ North we knew was going to be in 5A, but you have the 3 McAllens, Palmview, Juarez Lincoln, Vela, Rio Grande City. Welcome back to the Valley. Mm-hmm. They were out in that district out west. And then you have PSJ North. So right above you guys, it's going to be fun.
If you look at if you just take away Rio Grande City and you were to rewind 2 years ago, that's 31 6A. That's all those teams were the 6A teams that were in the same district playing against each other. So they're all reunited now. So it's in a 5A bracket, but all those teams are used to playing against each other, on Friday nights. So it's going to be it was very competitive last year. Competitive last year, having the McAllen districts and La Jolla's in with us, but now it looks like I said, the UIL took care of us and they split us in half, and now it has all the teams have an opportunity to be able to have a couple non-district games under their belt before you have to go out there and strap it on.
Coach, we talked earlier this week. You guys have a regional swim meet.
That's correct.
Coming up for people out there. Just tell us where it's at.
So obviously there's some weather issues all over the state of Texas. We do have our 6A regional meet extends with schools all the way from Del Rio. Right now because we're in the tropics of the state of Texas, we're probably one of the only areas in the state of Texas this weekend in the next 48 hours that are not going to be iced over. It will be cold in the Fort Valley, folks. Yes, it's going to be a little chilly for us, but we're not going to be iced over like it is all over the state. The last I heard, there was eight of the other regional meets have been moved to Monday and Tuesday. Ours is going to operate. We know it's going to be cold outside, but we're not going to put our athletes or our teams in anything in a dangerous situation, and we're not going to see the icy conditions that we saw maybe potentially 2 weeks ago. It is going to be cold, but we are going to run that prelims will be on on Friday, and then our finals will operate on Saturday at the Aquatic Center in Brownsville.
Perfect. We plan on being there. I'm going to go down there later this afternoon to run a test on the internet and stuff. So we'll get situated there. So we're looking forward to that.
You're more than welcome. It's your house.
Yes, sir. Gilbert Leal, BISD. Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Coach Izzy Gonzalez will be joining us up next.
Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
All right, Coach Izzy Gonzalez with the Harlingen South Hawks. Coach, you didn't have to travel far to get here.
No, man, it was
backyard.
quick. You know, it's a good thing about being Harlingen hosted and kind of doing these great things for the Valley, and getting to come here, be here quick, and get back to work quick too.
Yeah, just across the street. But it's been a crazy morning. It's been an hour. It feels like 2. But did everything work out for you guys as far as we'll get to your district and we'll talk about going down to 5A.
There's always a lot of anticipation, right? A little bit of anxiety. Kind of come and see where things are going to lay, especially with us dropping down to 5AD1 from 6A and leaving District 32 6A, which is a really, really competitive district. And, things worked out. There were several scenarios that we thought possible. What ended up happening was one of the ones that we did think might happen. We just, you just never know, and you're not completely sure until you open that packet, and, that's the whole fun part about it.
For me, we knew that you guys were going down to 5A. PSJ North was going to go down to 5A. It was just a matter of where.
Right.
So you guys are going to be in 16 5A D1, Lopez, Pace, Veterans, Donna North, UIL, and Westlaco East. So that's a lot of beef.
Yeah, I mean, talk about some great competition. Westlaco East predominantly a great program. Donna, the tradition that's there at that program. Coach Cuevas at Donna North just doing a tremendous job getting that program and building it and moving forward with it. The two Brownsville schools that we haven't faced in years. We got to play Don District against Brownsville Vets last year. Extremely talented. Coach Lee's doing a great job over there. Extremely young group that, he's going to have a lot of potential in that group. So, it's going to be a packed district, and we're going to go out there and attack it and try and have as much fun as possible.
Is this what you expected as far as, obviously you
So
knew
it was one of the scenarios that we had on our board. We also had a couple scenarios with some of the teams further in the West coming and joining our district. So we had an 8-team prediction, we had a 9-team prediction, and we had this prediction. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure which way it would go, but we were set up and ready for our non-district games prior to, in case it did happen.
Yeah, because then you look up at the district above you, and then that's where you have, you have Vela, Juarez Lincoln, Palmview, the 3 McAllens, PSJ North, and Rio Grande City. So they're, a bit of a shakeup and it's something different. But, the 2 5As, the 2 D1s here on this end, it looks pretty good.
Right, yeah, I think it's going to create some, whoever comes out as the top 4 teams in each district, you're going to get some big headline playoff games in round 1, and that's what makes it fun, Hidalgo County, that side of football does a tremendous job. Coach Patterson out there at McAllen Memorial did a great job this year. Vela is always great. Coach Kaufman and his group last year did a tremendous job. So, that those games are going to be competitive. That it's going to be all-out war once you get to that first playoff round.
Yeah, and for you all, the thing that's going to stick out was, you guys are no longer in 32-6A, so it's like goodbye San Benito, Los Fresnos, Westlaco, but you guys still have the Bird Bowl.
Absolutely. You know, that was one thing that me and Coach Gomez, you know, from the get-go, our communities, you know, loves that game. It's a great game for our kids, and we made sure that we have that schedule. It'll be week 1, and it'll be an exciting football game for sure. I think it's a great way to kick off the football season.
Anything else stick out to you, maybe, you know, outside of your district that you said?
You know, I haven't really sat down and taken too much time with anybody else. It was about making sure that we were right. But, you know, obviously the district above us is something that we paid attention to that stood out to us. I think that's a heck of a district over there in 15. And, you know, obviously watching what happened in 32-6A because that's our former district. But I just think that, you know, overall, you know, the Valley turned out in a good spot, you know, not a whole bunch of excess traveling. And I think that's one of the things that people look at when this happens. And I think the Valley did overall very good with that.
Coach Izzy Gonzalez, Harlingen South Hawks. Coach, thanks for you guys hosting.
Yeah, man.
And good
credit
luck.
to Coach Davies and our athletic directors and Coach Solorio and Sandra Flynn that do all this amazing work to get us to.
Solorio accused me of eating 3 or 4 tacos. I barely finished one.
Well,
I didn't have enough time to finish one.
If you're packing 3 or 4 tacos in you, man, you know, it means you're going to be growing. I don't know if it means up or sideways, but one way or the other.
Probably sideways. The upwards left me when I was 13 years old, but whatever.
Always fun, brother.
Yes,
appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Right.
Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Life for Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Izzy Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Izzy Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach.
Welcome back. We're joined by Sharyland coach Craig Carroll. Coach, welcome aboard. The dust is settled. Everything's empty now. Everyone's gone now. But overall, what are your thoughts on your district 16 5A D2? Not too much of a shakeup.
No, not really. We thought we were going to either have one great big one. Padilla has been coming out with his, kind of what he had thought was going to happen, and what he had sent out yesterday is exactly what happened. So, we're in a 6-team district, and, we're excited.
You guys still keep the Snakeskin Classic with Pioneer?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In your district, you have Roma, Southwest, Memorial, Mission Veterans. So correct me if I'm wrong, it was 8-team district, right, previously with you all?
It was 9.
It was 9.
9.
9. So now you go
now
to
we're down to 6, So the chance of making the playoffs and adding, the big thing is adding that other district in the Valley. Before, when we were out of Valley, that first round of the playoffs was San Antonio or higher. So, now that there's another local one, it's that first round of the playoffs will be a little bit more of a local travel than
right,
quite a distance.
So this is what you expected?
That's kind of what I was hoping for. So it wasn't too big of a surprise. We had kind of set up a lot of non-district games. Some of them didn't quite make it in, but we got our schedule situated pretty quick.
Yeah, and then you look up at the district above you, and that's where it gets interesting, and that's more of where the curveball came when you threw Flower Bluff, Gregory, Portland in the same district as Mercedes, Ed Couch, Valley View, and Porter. Talking with Coach Udesti, they randomly just threw Porter in there.
Yes, sir. They dropped down. So with adding them is what created that second district here in the Valley. So it's kind of one of those unique things, but it'll be a good opportunity for us.
And overall, Coach, did anything else stand out to you that you said maybe in 6A or 4A or any other 5As?
To tell you the truth, I haven't really looked at a lot of the other districts yet. I did look at our basketball, baseball, every other sport other than football and wrestling and stuff like that. We just got done with the meeting there. And that's going to be a gauntlet there. That's going to be, we've got the McAllens in that one. We got Vela in that one. So that one's going to be a tough district there too as well.
As far as your non-district, did you guys sort all that out, and can you share?
Yeah, we're opening our season with 2 scrimmages. We got Harlingen South and Harlingen, so those are going to be 2 great tests for us there. And then we're gonna week 1 we stuck with Pace. Week 2 we stuck with Hannah. And then from there it changed up a little bit. Week 3 we got Nicky Rowe. Week 4 we got Wessico, and week 5 we got Mercedes. So I think we got a great, scrimmages, non-district schedule to make sure that we're battle tested and ready for our district play.
Perfect, Coach. Coach Craig Carroll of the Sherryland Rattlers. Coach, thanks for stopping by and joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
God bless.
Our former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Welcome back, Coach Sean Tarantola, the new head coach of Brownsville Lopez over down in Brownsville. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm just so excited to be here, so excited to be a part of Lopez High School, and every day is a blast.
So it's been about a month?
Yeah, January 3rd was my official first day.
Okay. Let's talk about that, you getting the job there, and just what was the hiring process like, and what made you decide to say, hey, let me put my name in the hat?
Well, I had interviewed the year before in the district. And I really just had a lot of respect for how they did that process, and I thought I did pretty well in that first interview process. And I didn't get that job. I just thought, if Brownsville ever opens up again, if there's a job in Brownsville ever opens up again, I'll be totally interested in that, because I believe there's great leadership in that district. Having a football coach as your district AD, ex-football coach Gilbert Leal, you can't beat that. And then once I went through the interview process at Lopez, getting to know the principal, meeting the principal through that process, I just totally believed in her vision for the school and the athletic program, and she's very pro-athletics, Principal Garza Limon, and it's just the right fit for me. I just feel like I've always gotten a great opportunity. I've always been lucky to be the right person for the job at the right time, and I definitely believe that I am the right person for this job at the right time.
And, you step on campus, and, it's a different environment because you're at McAllen Row for a good while.
Yes.
So now it's going to be a bit of a commute.
Yes, it is. But, one thing about coaches, we always have work to do. And so one thing I've been pretty good at so far is leaving certain aspects of my job, things that I'd have to do over the phone anyway. I just do that on the ride home every day, and on the ride there, I'm focused on what I got to do that day, and I hit the ground running. Right when I step on campus, I'm going nonstop. So it's been fun.
You guys known for running the spread
Yes.
down at Row, and now you're going to implement that over at Lopez?
Yes, we're going to implement a very similar system that we ran at Row at Lopez. It's one that I believe in, and I believe I can teach very well, and I believe it'll suit our athletes at Lopez as well very well. And so we're real excited for that.
How are the numbers so far? Obviously you're getting your feet under you, but how?
Well, our freshman numbers and our 8th grade numbers are really high. Our current junior class and sophomore class numbers are a little bit low, but it's something that we're going to work on building. We're going to have spring football and be very inclusive, and we're very inclusive in our program. We want anybody that's interested in participating to come along for the ride, and we know it'll be a good experience for them, but we're really working on building our numbers, but we're also working with what we have too. And what we have, I'm very excited about. I believe we have a ton of talent. We have a quarterback that's been playing varsity since his freshman year. He's going to be a senior. That's something you could build on. And so, we're going to build around what we have and get the most out of what we have and put ourselves in a position to be competitive with everybody we play.
As far as your staff, can you share what you're looking at on your staff, or your OC, DC?
Well, I'm still in the process of hiring an OC and DC, and I have a lot of great people that I'm talking to. It's a great opportunity. There's a lot of things about being an OC and DC at Lopez High School and Brownsville ISD that's unique. So I'm still looking to fill that, but I already have been talking to a number of people. I'm just trying to get the best possible fit. And, when you talk about the best possible fit of OC, DC, head coach, current staff, it's finding those people that will be able to communicate well and get along and get the most out of everybody on board. And with that takes working together. So I'm really trying to find an OC-DC combination that I know, number one, is going to work well together and work well with me as well.
So let's talk about your district: 16, 5A, D1, Brownsville Lopez, Pace, Brownsville Veterans, Donna North, Harlingen South, Weslaco East. First reaction when you saw it?
Well, the first reaction I saw it is there are a lot of teams in our district that have either been proven winners year in, year out, or they're up-and-coming programs. Maybe they had a great year last year or a highly improved season last year. So everyone on our program, I feel like, is sending upwards, is improving wherever they're at, or they've been winning year in and year out, like 16 years of straight years of the playoffs or something like that, And so it's going to be a very competitive program, but also it's going to help us be playing that level of competition week in and week out for us this year to be the best we can be and build for our future, being the best program we can be down the road.
How did your non-district schedule shape up? You got everything done there?
Yes, we're going to be traveling quite a bit. Well, Brownsville, unless you're playing in Brownsville, it's usually a commute. But we're opening with Brownsville St. Joe. And then week 2, we're playing Edinburgh Econ. Week 3, we're playing Palmview. And week 4, we're playing Gruya. And so I believe those teams present different challenges for us, and we'll be prepared to go through the process once we hit district of if you come out and have a great week of practice, you put everything into that practice, come game time, you're going to play well. That's going to happen. If we do that those first 4 weeks, I believe that to be the case. But at the same time, if we don't prepare well, we'll get exposed those first 4 weeks. And so we're going to have a lot of lessons that we're going to be able to teach our young program before we hit district. So I'm looking forward to it.
My last question, Coach. What can we expect from the Lobos come the fall?
Well, first thing, I believe, one thing that we've done so far is we've changed the energy, the positive energy within our program. And so our kids are going to be excited. They're going to be excited to play. They're going to be excited to be there. We're building a program that people want to be a part of, not that they have to be a part of. And so, we're going to play with a lot of enthusiasm. We're going to play hard. Our kids have been great workers, great attitude. We're going to give everything we have each and every day.
Coach Sean Tarantola, the new head coach of the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Izzy Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Life for Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Brian Ramos of BRAM. You made the trip up from McAllen, and you're down here in Edinburgh. And first off, I think this is fun because it's every 2 years, and everyone's gone now. But just get to make some small talk. So, you enjoy it just as much as I do?
Yeah, absolutely. At 9 a.m., it's a scramble there for everybody to get their packets, and then from then on, it's a free-for-all, man.